I know this is going to sound crazy as hell coming from me because I'm in podcasting, but I'm going to just say this. I don't get why celebrities have podcasts, right? I thought the whole point of the podcast was that an everyday average citizen was hearing from another everyday average citizen and they made niche content that was either informational or relatable, right? Like if you want to hear from celebrities, you can turn on the TV or turn on the radio, but podcast was to hear from a regular everyday average person that you just related to with their content. They were talented, they were funny, they were smart, whatever, but podcasting was for the average person. Like, am I right? So I'm because why is Bethany Frankel into podcasting now? Like I finally get like why runway models were so mad when they started getting like nepo babies and stuff on the runway, cuz it's just giving bitch what you can do with your money and connections in one day I worked months and months and years to do. You know, it's just like why the fuck are you here, bitch? It's giving hope. Why are you here? Are there any more like creative spaces that are made for specifically everyday people that are not going to get invaded by like celebrities and nepo babies or whatever? Like, what? Because why is Bethany Frankel into podcasting?
Oh, this girl again. This girl. At first, I don't even know what the hell she was talking about. I was trying to understand for myself. I understand she said, "Why do celebrities have podcasts?" Because of everybody else have podcasts. That's why podcast streaming is a new way of a new form of entertainment. Everybody doing. When you talking about from sports anchor that used to be on ESPN, now have their own podcast. You got Shannon Sharp and Oko Single, who used to play for the NFL, have their own podcast, which is booming right now. So they're
Hmm.
doing it because they know everybody's leaving television and cable TV and streaming. Streaming is a new way of pretty much a new form of television. Podcasting now is the and now that is another way to generate wealth for people that do want to generate wealth. So to me, that's why everybody's doing it, and I understand why celebrities are doing it because remember they got to keep themselves relevant. If you're a celebrity, especially in your Hollywood, if you don't have a podcast, to me, I think their managers and their publicists are recommending them to have a podcast because that's the only way you could connect with your friends. Mind you, prior to time, it would used to be a long time before anybody could be able to connect with Kevin Hart. Now you can actually connect with Kevin Hart on Instagram when he go live. You can actually write to him, talk to him. Sometimes he might shout you out if one of your comments do hit his face and like whoa, like if it's kind of shocking, he would do that. Rock is very good when it comes to podcasting too. Like I think they call him the most one of the most extraordinary streamer because he's always connected with his friend on social media, on all the social media platforms. So to me, I understand why the celebrities are doing it. I would say I don't understand what she's talking about, but I kind of get her concept because remember people normally say podcasting should be left alone just for regular folks, not for people that's actually in the industry because they kind of already have some form of exposure. But at the same time, if there's any form of opportunity for someone to generate any form of money, why not and go ahead and do it? Go ahead, I can.
No, definitely. But I'll, shout outs to Seven Minutes. That is true. But why is she showing so much teeth? She said, "Why is she showing so much?" Muhammad. Hey, Bobby Bryan, how you doing? For me, podcasting should be for any and everybody, unless she feels like she can't blow up in it, or she just need to put in the work. Um, I want to hear from Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was one of my favorite boxers. Me hearing his story is also inspirational. What's wrong with hearing from celebrities? There's sometimes we get things misconstrued. She probably forgot that these people are everyday people. There's just a title behind them. I'm happy there's podcasting because some people who had podcasting influenced me to want to be a podcaster. You know what I'm trying to say? So I don't see nothing wrong. They have a problem with it because celebrities are getting in the podcast and they're blowing up in it. They're supposed to. They got the notoriety for it. That doesn't mean that your subscribers are gonna go listen to them. They got their own they got their own fan base. We got our own fan base. They're gonna resonate to them. We're gonna resonate to them. You know what I mean? It's enough money for everybody. Like I don't care who gets in the podcasting. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes more people need to get the podcasting so we can document a lot of this information that's just gonna die out. Am I wrong? How many people die not leaving information behind? You know what I mean? He said, I missed the mystery show. RP to the pigeon. Facts. You know what I mean?
Yo, that's true. That would say is another way to connect with celebrity. I don't that would say I don't understand where she's coming from, but I kind of get her construct. At one point, I was thinking the same thing too. I was like, why do Shannon Sharp have to have a podcast when he's already known? People already see you on Undisputed. Before, when you was on the Undisputed, and you left, and now you're on Take One, and then now you know you got Chad Uncle Cinco, another one. So it's like I get it, but at the same time, like YouTube and social media platform is so big to the point that anybody can eat off of it.
Yes.
Even though you may not get the audience right now in Hollywood, you can get somebody in the UK. That's how big these platform is. So that's what I say. That was I don't get where she's coming from. I'm trying to understand if she's saying it because the aspect like you probably said, Hakeem, she probably not building the audience that she want, and she got to work 10 times harder. But hey, life is not fair.
Talk
And
about
I don't understand it either. Sometimes I think to myself that too. I'm like, life is not fair. But at the same time, I can't go around being mad at the world because life is not fair and life is not going the way I want it to go. Go ahead.
Man, you said something so beautiful and eloquently. My daddy always told me, if you want something so bad, you go work for it. Why are we watching the other man's pockets? Why we working on it? Build your own conglomerate. Get your homies together. She want, Ken Dog, you right. She want the bag. She feel like she's not blowing fast enough when you're blowing right enough the way God wants you to be. Get out your own way, baby, and see what the shine is bright. We don't care about any other nigga who doing podcasts. More power to you. I want y'all to go get your bag. Because Chaos Culture Radio and the gang here, we're going to be straight. We're a conglomerate here. We got our own people. We love the people that we got. We don't need, you know what I'm saying? And when more come around, we not watching no other back. And matter of fact, we want to help other people get their own podcasts and collab with them. So she's saying it. I don't know from what perspective she's coming from, because she's getting the bag. Let's not get it twisted. Because she has like over 100,000 followers. She goes viral ever so often on TikTok. I don't know what's the problem. You getting 10, 20K a month?